Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I am going to be tackling my office nook. So I did talk about the space quite often. I wanted to basically spruce it up just a little bit. You guys remember I had completely painted my entire living room and the office nook area, but I wanted to actually paint the insert part of my office nook area, if that makes any sense. So that is what we are going to be doing in today's video. I also will be sharing some cleaning in this video as well, along with a new purchase. So I hope you guys stick around for that. But for now, we are going to jump right into today's video. I am starting by just removing all of these books that I've had on these shelves for a long time. My goal for this space is to go just a little bit moodier. As you guys can tell, I love light and bright. That is my jam. I love all neutrals, but I do like a little moody office area as well. So we do have an office in our home, but that is my husband's office since he basically works from home. And I don't work from home, so I can handle having an office nook. But I want to just spruce it up just a little bit, make it really cute, and just make it more my style and my vibe. So we are going a little bit moodier in this area. And then I kind of wanted to remove the shelves in here as well, because I do want to add new shelves. But you guys will see that as I started painting and everything, and I basically just had to leave them because they are in so good that I have no idea how to get them out. So that'll be, I guess, a project for another time. But for right now, we're going to jump right in today's video.
I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go now. Take me to your paradise. Yeah. You are all I need. All I need now. Yeah. It's crazy, but it's true. Crazy, but it's true.
I'm just doing a little bit of dusting, and you guys will see in a second the duster was extremely dirty. This is a space that I really don't touch often. I don't really go to these shelves for anything. I keep a lot of the books that I read on here, the books that I have already read, and then I also keep like little sentimental things like from the kids when they do little art crafts at school. I'll put them here. Or we also do have my cat's ashes here. I don't know if you guys know, but I did have a cat way before I think I started YouTube, but she passed away in 2000, I think it was 2019 she passed away. And it was so sad and so heartbreaking, but we do have her ashes, and I keep her ashes here along with like her little paw print and everything like that. And I also have like my wedding album here as well. That gigantic thing that looked like a briefcase that I took down from the shelf earlier is where my wedding album is. And it's just so funny how the wedding album is put together in like this locked and loaded case, like no one can get into it. It's just really funny. But anyway, so the paint I am using is called Alpine Trail. I think it is a very dark green paint. Again, it's very moody, more my style when it comes to office areas. I do like my home to be very bright and airy, but when it comes to like certain areas in my home, I do like a moody look, a moodier look per se.
When you came and took it all, my mind says stop, but my heart is screaming out. Don't go, just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. Just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. How can I love you when you're not around? How can I?
Okay, so I'm just going in with my little paintbrush here. I would typically roll my paint, but I did not have any of the smaller rollers. So I'm just using what I have on hand. And guys, by the way, I've had this paint for a long time. It's just been sitting in my basement, just waiting to be used. So this is how long it takes me to like just get projects done and just get things done. Like I painted my entire living room, and I kind of like went from the living room and started painting toward like the hallway area. And if you look at my hallway, it is just half painted and half not. So that's just like a little reference for you as to how long it takes me to just like get things done around here. And like I've mentioned before, I do work full time and I am a mom of two, and we do sometimes have a pretty busy life. So things can certainly get very hectic. So I took advantage of just having a few days off, and this was only because I was sick. But I took advantage of that. I was feeling better, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tackle my office area. But anyway, we are getting the first coat on right now, and I'm trying my best to paint behind the shelves. So these shelves, they're not flush with the wall. For some reason, they kind of like, when they built these shelves, they are built to be connected on the side, but they're not flush with the wall toward the back, which is kind of strange to me. I don't know. But anyway, my goal is to remove the shelves at some point. My husband has like one of those hand tools that you can just cut right down the middle. So he's going to use probably that to cut these shelves for me so I can remove them. I'm going to go to Home Depot and buy some wood, and then I'm just going to go ahead and build my new shelves with that. Okay, so right now I know it does not look like anything. It looks like my 7-year-old did this, but I promise you it'll look 100 times better once it is done. So this was the first coat. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna apply the second coat, and then that should be it for painting. Now I do want to say that I did not complete this entire project in the same day. I did finish painting the entire thing, so I still have to do decor. I still have to go out and get the shelves. Um, I feel like with me, things are never 100%. It's always like maybe, I don't know, 90, 95% done, and then eventually like I'll get to it. So at this point, it's about, I want to say 80% done, because I still have to go and buy all of the decor that I want, or maybe thrift. Maybe I'll just go thrifting. And then I also have to build the shelves, and the shelves are not going to be hard at all. So it's just a matter of me getting to Home Depot, getting the wood, and then getting all of the decor pieces that I want to incorporate in this area. I also have to get a new light fixture here. Originally, I did purchase a light fixture for this area, but then I changed my mind and actually switched it out, and I installed it in the hallway. So if you guys look at my entry area, I do have like that farmhouse style chandelier light fixture that hangs in the foyer area, and that is what I had in the hallway. But because the hallway is so narrow and so tight, I figured that the one that I did purchase would go better in the hallway, so that's what I did. So I still don't have a light fixture for this area, and it's also very hard to find one because the one that I need has to have one of those pole chain or pole strings, because the light fixture that they have here currently, or that we have currently, is one of those with the pull string, and my husband's an electrician. I'm not either, and I don't know if I feel comfortable with him like wiring new stuff to add a switch for this area, even though I would love to do that. So as of right now, my options are very limited when it comes to purchasing a light fixture. Okay, so now that we have the second coat completed, I think it looks so pretty. I am in a little bit of a dilemma though. I don't know if I want to paint the trim green or if I want to just leave it white. So you guys can let me know in the comments below since I am not finishing this project anytime soon. But now we are moving on to a different day. I am going to clean up in the kitchen. It needed to be tidied just a little bit. I am just going to put away the fruits, clean down the counters, wipe down the stove very briefly, get some dishes done. I do have to run the dishwasher as well, so we're gonna get that done. And then I am going to clean my kitchen table. So you guys know my house is not huge, but it is very open and very spacious. It does not feel small at all. So we don't have like a separate dining area. So our kitchen is our dining area as well. And when we first bought our house, I was trying to just like make smart purchases and just not kind of like overwhelm the space because I didn't really know what my style was back then. But now that I do, I've said for a long time that I wanted to build a kitchen table. Now, like I said before, I am a full-time working mom and I am super busy and I literally don't have the time to get everything that I want to get done myself. So I kind of like had to weigh my options and I just like bit the bullet and purchased a new dining table slash kitchen table or what have you, and I'll share the process toward the end of the video. But it is so beautiful. It was not expensive at all. I only got the table. I do have to get some chairs and everything for it, and I never knew that picking out chairs for a kitchen table or dining table would be as hard as it's been. But I am just trying to make sure that whatever chairs I purchase, I actually like. And I do have to run it by my husband as well because he does live here too. And I do like to have his input on things. And so far, I think we are going to go with a bench for one side of the table, and then we are going to get chairs for the other side. And when I do purchase those, I will share all of that with you guys.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound.
And just when I thought I was done doing the dishes, my son came and put his bowl and spoon in the sink. I hate that, you guys. It drives me absolutely crazy. And then I looked back and I saw that there was a pot on the stove. So we are not done with dishes yet, but we are almost there. Finishing up just like getting this one pot scrubbed and clean, and I'm just using some pink stuff in my sink. I had like a rust stain kind of like stuck in there and I just had to get it out. So I'm just using the pink stuff to get that out really quick, and then we are going to move on to wiping down all of the surfaces and whatnot.
Safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you?
Now we are just moving on to this side of the kitchen. This little area right here, I never know what to put here. I feel like it's not really a waste of space, but I feel like the configuration of like this area could have been a lot better, but we're just gonna work with what we have. I usually tend to just like dump everything here. That box that I picked up, that is for our dryer. Our dryer has been, it works, but it does not work at the same time. It's very strange. Like whenever we shut the door to the dryer, it just like spins on its own. So we have to fix that. And I think my husband's actually dreading doing that because he has to literally take the entire thing apart, the entire dryer apart, and I can't even imagine what that will be like. So he's procrastinating just a little bit, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down this table. So I am going to be giving this table to a friend who is moving into a new apartment. So I am just going to go ahead and clean off the surface for her really good. And actually, while I'm saying that, I'm remembering that I do have another tabletop to this table. So when we first purchased this table set, the first tabletop that came with it wasn't really damaged, but it had like it's almost as if when they were screwing in the wood pieces that they went way too far with the screw and it kind of like penetrated the wood just a tad bit. You can just see like a little hump on there. So I contacted Wayfair, which is where I got this, and I had them send me a replacement tabletop, and they did. So this is the replacement tabletop that I'm using here. So I still have the original tabletop that was never used. So when she does move into her apartment, I am going to be giving her this table set, but with the new tabletop that I never used. So I am just wiping it down really good for her. We're going to go ahead and take it apart, and then we are going to start building our new table. So can we peek at Luna for a second? She's legit just licking the bottom of the table, and I don't know why. It must taste really good for her. But anyway, so my husband's just taking apart the table. This was fairly easy, actually. I love shopping at Wayfair. I have purchased quite a few items from them, and so far I am pretty impressed with their stuff. It's not super expensive. It can't be very expensive. But this table set, I think for me it was a little bit pricey, but I think it was around 700 and change, give or take a couple of dollars here and there. But we've had it for a long time, and the table and the chairs have lasted a very long time. So I think that their products are pretty decent. They're not sponsoring today's video. I'm just, giving my opinion on shopping at Wayfair, because I do like to shop there a lot. But the new table I got is not from Wayfair, it's from another company called Plank and Beam. I was actually laying in bed one night and I was just like looking at tables, and then they popped up on my feed. And then once I started looking at their tables and their prices, I was in love, and I was just like, oh my God, I think this is our table. Like, I think I found a table, and I'm not going to build one. I'm going to save myself the stress and just purchase a new table. And that is exactly how this table was purchased. Okay, so after separating all of those screws, we are finally going to start just like taking all of these pieces, putting them together, kind of like separating them, and then like trying to see where they go. It was fairly easy to build this table. It did take a long time because there are a ton of screws, as you saw, but it is built very well, and I am highly impressed with the quality of it. It is full, like 100% wood. And it's made in California, I think. So they don't use any of like that crazy products that, they use in other states or whatever. So it doesn't have any weird smells to it or anything like that. So I went ahead and skipped ahead to us actually putting it together because I don't want this to become long and boring. But here we are just putting all of the pieces of the tabletop together. And you guys, I was so tired on this day. I went to bed very late the night before, and that's typically not me. I go to bed pretty early. And if I go to bed late or later than my normal routine and I get enough sleep, like I'm still exhausted the next day. And that's exactly what happened to me. So my husband, kudos to him because he literally built the entire table and I kind of like sat there and I tried helping, but I was more of a supervisor than a helper. He did all of the work. And this is what the table looks like after it is finished being built. And it is so pretty, you guys. My only complaint, because I have to have a complaint, is that everything is brown in my kitchen now, and that's just not going to work for me. So now I don't have a choice but to paint my cabinets. So I will be doing that hopefully sooner rather than later. Although I have to say, like, the brown on brown on brown, it doesn't look too bad, but it's just way too much brown going on for my liking. So we're going to have to change that. I'm just going to go around and clean up whatever mess was made during this process. I'm going to take care of all of the garbage. So like I said, these chairs are going to go with my old table, but we don't have any chairs at the moment. So I will be purchasing new ones and I'm just going to use what we have for now. But this is how everything turned out. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe on your way out as it does help my channel out a ton. I love having you guys here. Thank you so much for always supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you would like to get updates every time I upload a new video, just make sure you hit the notification bell because it will alert you every time I post a new one. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.